What is up with the squad? It's your favorite auntie with Uncle Tennessee's in the building. I got Coach Coleman in the building. What's up? What's up? What's up? It's the CC Show. MJ Level 23 in the building. What's good? What's going on, Coach?
Man, thankful Thursday to you. Hope everyone had a positive and productive Thursday. It's been a busy week for me. I am just glad to keep my eyes open with toothpicks.
We gotta let Coach get a nap or something.
Yeah, nap cometh. I see it in my future. What is good? What is good in the world of women's sports, women's hoops today, Auntie?
Man, I had no idea. I ain't even gonna hold you up. I had no idea. I don't have any idea. I've been doing Cess Talk Sports stuff all day and catching up on shows and things that I haven't seen.
Oh yeah,
It
shows.
was a whistle while you work kind of day. Now I got caught
Okay.
up on this show, the Good American Family. I'm not going down that rabbit hole with y'all, but the Good American Family and little Natalia Grace, I
uh,
think that's her
uh,
name. Yeah,
you got
it got me on a rabbit hole. But I ain't getting into that. Jeremy, what's up? Amos, what's happening? Just talking hoops, man. Just talking hoops. So I've been thinking a lot about the expansion. I've been thinking a lot about the expansion rosters, what could happen, where people could end up, um, how teams will approach it, and everything's been canceled. Everything's been canceled. So this is a hoops therapy kind of session where we just kind of hanging out, talking hoops. I'll throw a few things against the wall, see what's going on. And if y'all got topics, questions, comments, concerns that y'all want to share, please jump in the chat. Let us know. Hit the like and the share. They both right there. Matter of fact, tonight, man, if you new here, you ain't never been here before, get in the chat. Let us know where you tuning in from. We appreciate that. Coach, any hot topic out there for you that you wanted to talk about
yeah,
before we look at
yeah.
anything? Go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to get your thoughts on just coming across this on the AT&T WNBA All-Star returning to Chicago and Chi-Town on 2026.
Hold on, I gotta
So,
put my medicine down. Hold on.
okay. I just wanted to get your thoughts. I said, brr, I had a brr when I saw that. I was like, brr. My face crinkled up. I was a little confused
I
today.
told
I
you
didn't,
when they said it in the chat. You know what I said?
yeah.
Where? What? Is there gonna be an all-star in the city to host them?
I didn't see where it was locked. I don't know. It didn't register. I see. I was it,
So here's the thing. I guess Camilla got to get busy to be the all-star in Chicago. If Angels play their last day, her last day as a Sky player, we don't know. Is this, is this a move to try to keep Angel in Chicago? I mean, because before you talk about, you got to bust some suds. Okay, yeah, because before you can talk about, before I talk about that, like we could talk about Angel walking in that Victoria's Secret fashion show. First professional athlete to do so. Uh, what that look like for emotion? She got her wings now. So um,
It is after 10. It's after 10. It's after 10.
no, I'm saying she got her wings now, right? This is what they've been saying on social medias. And I really wasn't being funny. I wish the Steelers had
Right.
got that win. I had some shekels on them. I had a good ticket on them if they'd have got the win right there. But I digress there. So what they've been saying now is like she has her wings now. Might as well go ahead and be a Dallas wing.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
You're right.
Might as well go ahead and be a Dallas wing. So I don't know if it could be such a great thing for the city of Chicago. It could be such a great thing for the Chicago Sky. I just think that the Chicago Sky organization and front office will blow it some kind of way. So
Yeah, that's my concern. When you have a manager that has it nowhere together or is, you know, backwards as all get
more,
out, they fumble the bag, right? And fumble the moment and fumble how they can use it as a platform.
more than the bag the moment. More than the bag
Yeah,
the moment.
yeah, and right, fumble the moment and celebrating the city is celebrating um,
So
players that make
so
that bring them to that point.
yeah, for those of y'all who know, 1, 2, 3, go. Uh, could this also be could this also be the league trying to say, "Hey, what's up, Mocha Latte?" That we recognize the motion that Angel brings, and so we had one in Indiana, and it's only right to now follow that up with Chicago because uh these are the two probably brightest stars, one forced and one kind of natural that have come into the league here most recently. Although I thought that the All-Star game was going to be in Las Vegas. I ain't even gonna hold you up. I thought that
Right.
it would be in Vegas. They threw Angel picture up and she responded by saying, "Who told them to put my picture up? Y'all haven't talked to my agent." Which picture you
Ooh,
talking about? Her what picture?
image. He's talking about for All Star. Who did it? Was
You
it
gotta tell me
WNBA?
who is they? Who is they, Keisha? What's up? What's up, Shay? You're gonna be passing out bag lunches, huggy juices, water at they all start. Yeah,
Right.
I just what does that look like for Chicago? But
Lunchables.
what I believe though is that this is also a good way for the WNBA to get some other big wigs in Chicago and Illinois to put pressure on the organization. You got an
Okay.
opportunity to have the All-Star game come to your city. The governor needs to say something. The mayor needs to say something, right? Like this is bigger than y'all. This is bigger than the Chicago Sky. This is about Chicago, the city. This is about tourism. This is about our opportunity for everybody to eat. So we can't
Right.
have y'all out here trying to, hand
Go.
out hand out hand out peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Like we got to have a plan. We got to know what
Right.
we're doing. We have to. There's no way that you can host the All-Star game in a 9,000 seat venue like Wintrust Arena. You got to kind of partner with the United Center, right? We talking about something different here now. So it could be an opportunity for them to put some pressure on the Chicago organization to kind of get them in gear. Dallas Wings get Angel for the number one pick. Mm, I guess. I guess. So here's the thing: if the Chicago Sky take Angel for the number one pick, then I don't think that the number one pick is Lauren Betts. There's no reason to put Lauren Betts with Camila Cardoso.
Right. Yeah, that's
I don't see that. She was on Twitter. She responded to the message. To whose message, Keisha? To who? To whose message? They said who? Just some random person that posted it, or was it an organization, a team? Who? That's what I'm talking about. But we all know the Sky organization is not that smart. It's not. But at this point, it's not about you being smart. It's about the people around you being smart, and the people around you not letting you, not allowing you to fumble the bag that the state has now, that the city has now, that the region has now. Now we talking about all the hotels, we talking about all the restaurants, we're talking about all the other little things that you can do around Chicago. Think about the time of year that is. Usually the Chicago EYBL is going on at that time, like Rob the Man Media reminded me. It's a lot of things going on in Chicago right at that time that's big. AZ Fudd and Cardoso versus Page and Angel. I don't think that AZ's going to Chicago. Yeah, I just don't. I don't I don't think that AZ ends up in Chicago, y'all. But maybe. I would be sad for AZ if she does.
Yeah, they gotta capture the moment. This is a big one. It's a big one, and like I said,
Yo! Whoa, I gotta get a and y'all can't even see them, but I need y'all to put some love in the chat for Officer T. Davis. Happy belated birthday. I gotta get this copyright strike right here for just 1 second because I see T. Davis in the chat. So when I see my family come back like that, because I've been checking on you, T. Davis. So you getting that in the mansion and holler at me because I know who you is over here. So I see that you back. I'm glad that you back. Get at me and let me know. Let me know what's going on over there, okay? Because I see you over here. So since you back, y'all know how it. Welcome back, welcome back. All right, T. Davis back in the building. It's almost crown time. It's almost crown time, dog. I would hate for AZ to go to that part of an organization. You too, me too, man. Please don't. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to get Camilla out of there. I keep on waiting on them to say they don't want her because they keep talking like they don't. Please, we'll pick her up. Y'all don't need. She don't need nothing that y'all got there. She can leave. You can leave all of that in Chicago. We'll get you new stuff when you get where you're going. What else you got, Coach? What else you got? What are your final thoughts on it? Or what do you think the best approach? How do you think they
I think
with this opportunity? How should they approach?
I really think you need to have like Chamber of Commerce involved and at least amount of Jeff and them. I think it should be a collaborative effort where it's the other entities that are getting it done because the way they do business, they're showing it and people are watching that
You said the chamber.
like the Chamber of Commerce or the city where
Oh
there's
yeah, they got to be involved. The chamber got to be involved. The
you're
city
right,
got to be involved.
right.
Uh,
Um,
the
I,
Department of Tourism got to be involved for the state. Yeah.
right. So I'm going back. So I'm agreeing with this kind of just dittoing what you kind of said and just it was just adding my little cherry on top there, pause. Um, that yeah, this like we both agreed on is you said the moment, getting that moment and really and moving forward the city and women's basketball and hopefully building better relationships. Now the and it's bigger than the franchise in this moment because you're talking about the city hosting an event. But so how do you keep them in there? You know what I mean? Keep them in their lane is the thing. So hopefully
Mm-hmm.
somebody can orchestrate that. Keep the Sky organization management in their lane and do what you need to do so it's a success. So um,
Mm-hmm.
and I think they got enough. It is enough savvy and there's enough uh, interest in politics and tricks in Chicago to get that done. Especially if they see the bag. Especially if they see the bag, right?
Oh, I don't know. We hope.
Yeah, but
We hope.
if it if it's management, I mean, the one of is Jeff, and then also who's the black woman name? I can't. That we thought we
Nadia,
had some hope. Yeah,
Nadia, Nadia Rawlins.
we thought we had some hope in, but it's kind of fuzzy, you know. So, but that's a whole different topic. We're talking about the platform that they're hosting.
Yeah. I mean, listen, it's a good time. It's a good time. It's a good time. Like I said, I didn't see it coming for Chicago. So they need to try to take advantage of it. Sky organization gonna have tents with 25-cent bag chips, packs of gum, some finger sandwiches during All-Star weekend. They better not.
They
They better not.
at least have some chicken tenders.
It's that it should be whoever was the best out of at the Taste of Chicago.
Right. That
Should be
too. Yeah, I
should
like
be
that.
having some food and all that stuff. You know what I mean? The city should
Yeah.
determine, like, you know what I'm saying. What is it that you want us to see about your city? What is it that you want us to see about your city and go from there? But I thought we'd have some other kind of fun today. I thought we'd have some other kind of fun, even though the draft and everything is canceled. Well, not canceled, postponed until further notice. Until further notice, it's when it's on that TBD type of time. But we do have two expansion teams coming in, Coach. We got two expansion teams coming in. So we got, let's talk a little money, markets, competitive balance, CBA, and what those the speculative expansion rosters. I got some speculative expansion rosters that I dug up out here.
Speculating.
Speculating. You know what I mean? We've been speculating. We've been speculating. Man, that Jordan statue ain't big as I thought it was.
Okay.
We've been speculating. And that thing,
Speculating.
boy, the Jordan statue look bigger than life. Look
My
bigger than life.
goodness.
On Sunday, on finals day, where they shoot that shot from the top and come all the way
Yeah.
around and show you, oh man, that thing look bigger than life.
Uh
Man, the Jordan statue about 6'5". Uh, I'm exaggerating, but I'm not. It ain't big as it look on TV for sure. Camera work
Okay.
is something else. Camera work is something else. But let's talk about some expansion rosters that I saw out here. So Portland Fire. Let's start here. They could build around like a Olivia Miles, y'all, and Olivia Miles. So you could get an Olivia Miles, that collegiate draft pick, number 6, franchise point guard, cornerstone, what they calling her. Some of these teams was off because of changes that's been made. So this was way too.
Right.
But why not have some fun? Diamond DeShields, Gabby Williams,
Gabby Williams.
I don't even know if Jasmine Thomas is still playing, and then Crystal Dangerfield. Uh,
Is she still playing?
yeah, Jasmine retired. Crystal didn't retire, but she got released. So that's not to say that she couldn't be back. So Jasmine is gone. Y'all tell me who y'all will put there. But what do y'all think about the Portland Fire saying? First of all, do you expect Olivia Miles to still be available at 6? And if she is, would that be your cornerstone point guard out of this draft, Coach? Hot seat time, because Coach had no idea this is what we was talking about. Okay, you would take Henny over Dangerfield. I like that. Okay, Mocha Latte. Okay. Let's talk. I got I think I got an alternative for each team. So I got
Right.
two rosters for each team.
So I think if she's having a hot season, some people, if it's just like sell tickets or something, you go that way. But if you asking me, would I take Olympic Miles? No, no, because the defense is questionable, and that's what you need for longevity in WNBA. So I can't really. If you're asking me if I'm in that position, in the GM or with the personnel and player development
Mm-hmm.
and all the
Mm-hmm.
operations,
Big
what's
Draco in the building. What's up, Malik? Uh,
it,
okay, wait.
you
Did you say whether or not you thought Olivia Miles would still be available at the 6th pick in the draft?
oh um I think she should because the third five would be based on what other teams need, So I think there's a possibility that Olivia Miles will be because we'll see, because it all based on what you do um, this season. I think it's possibility she should be. If not, I think that's overrated. I don't. To me, I don't see his top three. I think she has quality in her offense, but yeah, that's all I have here. Should be available at 6.
You came in the Discord looking for me. Do me and you got beef, or was it a situation? Malik, let me know. Me, you don't got no beef. You Big Draco. Man, yeah, I had to. I don't pop out. I don't pop out I don't pop out that often. Me and you got beef? What we do? What happened? What we got beef about? You gotta tell me. I missed it. What I do? Yeah, tell me.
Craig.
You gonna hit the link and come up? You gotta let me know. Okay, MJ back. Okay. Yeah, Malik gotta tell me. I don't know what our beef about. Yeah, we can go from there.
I can still see Olivia Miles being around at 6 though. I can because the first five
But
is
then you
based on
said
what.
you still ain't pick, but then you said you ain't picking her at 6.
I mean, you're asking me if I was in that position. No,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
You said
no,
no.
I would.
I've been waiting to pull out the big Draco, and you didn't even send me so much as a smoke signal. Oh, I thought you was working, cause usually you be in the
Uh,
chat. Usually you be in the chat. That's why I didn't bother you. I thought you was working. That's why I popped out. That's why I don't usually pop out. Wow, like you know what? For old time's sake, one time they ain't seen me cook in a minute. So Rob came up, coach was up here. Yeah, we skewered.
how
My
you
bad,
how you
my
like
bad,
that?
my bad,
How you
my
like
bad,
it
my
now?
bad, my bad, Big Draco. My bad. I send a smoke signal next time. I thought you was working, so I didn't want to interrupt you or nothing. Cause usually if you around, if you off, you be in the chat. So I didn't. That's all. Yeah, ain't. We get to it. So, all right. I want to go back to this. I want to go back to this for a second. To this
Uh,
list right here because I had a couple more questions on this list.
okay.
On this list? No, not really on this list. Well, maybe. So let's say that they do build around Olivia Miles. Can she
Okay.
can she grow into a long term cornerstone of a I don't want to say reborn franchise, but of a new franchise? Eh,
Again, she is an exciting college player to watch. Olivia Miles is an exciting college player to watch. Don't get me wrong. In the open court, she can fill in a little passing, a little shooting. I don't have confidence in her all around game to long and staying healthy. So I just don't know how she will respond to the physicality of the WNBA
Okay, okay.
because
So
that's my
do
concern.
Diamond I got you. But do Diamond DeShields and Gabby Williams potentially, projected on this fake roster we're talking about as their first vets, right? Would that be enough firepower to win games early?
I think you need something better to go along with Gabby.
Okay, you say Olivia
'Cause
needs to be a backup somewhere. So you don't see this roster coming in and being able to do what is this starters? Because we're not really talking about bench on this list right here. Could you see them coming in and having a ball holla bouts type of you know first season?
Well, I mean, here's the thing. The reason that made there uh Nakasi kind of coaches don't grow on a tree, don't grow on the court. They spend time studying. So I think it's also the kind of coach you have can help you
Mhm.
compete. I don't see that coming a dime a dozen. I think that's a rare gem that you had in Nakazi. So I don't see it. And then I
Okay.
look at it, you got Dangerfield, Diamond Shields got some high mileage, but
Hmm.
still, real well in some things. I think Gabby Williams can be instrumental. And then Crystal Day, like, I can't even remember the last time I seen Crystal Dangerfield play.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I
Don't do
was
that now.
one
Don't
of
do
the
that. She was
WNBA
just
was.
she was just with the Las Vegas Aces. She was just with the Las Vegas Aces this season.
Auntie, like I said, I can't remember the last time I seen Crystal
I'm telling you.
play.
That wasn't on Crystal though. That wasn't on Crystal. It was interesting. Her interview was interesting. But okay, let's keep rolling. Let's keep rolling because I also want to go and see like right now when you're looking at like the the rosters. This was another alternative kind of pick up here. Okay, and this is more like building around a Tanaya Latson. So it's like Courtney Vandersloot. No, don't do that. Shatori Walker Kimbrough, Tiffany Mitchell, Latson, Kate Martin, a Shea Petty, a Natasha Howard, a Lexi Hull, a Gardner, Mad Kiki, Sweet Baby Ray, Sika Kone, Mag Bagor, uh, Kalani Brown, Kayla George. What do you think about a roster like that?
That a roster like that can be if coach right, put in the right position, a roster like this that you're
Mm-hmm,
presenting to me could be in the mix, like a seven, could be uh,
mm-hmm,
possibly competing for a seventh, eighth, because you got a mixture of experience, WNBA
mm-hmm.
experience
Absolutely,
with
absolutely.
youth. So I could see a roster like this somewhere between that seventh and eighth spot, or
Yeah,
fighting for that eighth spot.
let's not get into whether they would really let him go. I don't want to. I don't want to do that.
Right,
Dan, the man,
right.
boxing. You are absolutely right, though. Courtney may retire. Yeah, 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 guys. This is. I understand everybody's still under contract. This is what happens in the expansion draft. So these are players that they could end up with in the expansion draft. There's a lot of people that are still under contract that won't be protected when it's time for the expansion draft. So this is how Golden State's roster got built out. So we just doing it way too early before the draft. Please don't get so into the rules and all of that that you because then you gonna I might just start skipping y'all. Yeah, serious because I started off with it just ain't that serious of a conversation.
Right.
What could be y'all just a it's a what could be late night conversation, guys. Kind of like barbershop. Please don't get out your WNBA rule books and your contract spreadsheets and all that. Don't do that.
Oh,
Yeah, Brown may not be protected. Some, listen, and we don't know. It could be six that they protect, seven, eight. I don't know. It's going to be two teams that have to build out rosters. This is just like potentially what it could be. What it could be. That's all, guys. It's some fun. Just some fun. If you could put these players together. I
yeah.
didn't necessarily. I thought it was a lot. So when I looked at this roster, I thought it was a lot of players that did the same thing over and over and over and over again. So I just didn't know if I liked the way that this one kind of played out. But yeah. That's why I do that. I just let everybody know it ain't that.
And the pen is like just, let me.
There's like, auntie, the money ain't adding up. It's too her contract ain't gone. You know what I'm saying? I don't want y'all. Then say it's all good. So let's talk about them. Let's talk about Toronto.
Okay.
Toronto Simpo. Toronto. Any thoughts about Kennedy Carter? It's funny you mentioned Kennedy because I just saw some highlights today of Kennedy in Saudi Arabia, and I was like, "Damn, man! I would have loved to see that in the WNBA this season." Like, I miss Kennedy's brand of basketball. I don't know all the other stuff that they talk about off the court. I don't know. I haven't seen enough receipts about it. I've heard a lot of people say that what they heard, what they thought, what they interpreted. Um, but her brand of basketball, her style, her downhill, her speed, her aggressiveness, the trash talk. I would have loved to see that in the playoffs. I thought about what would Phoenix have looked like if they would have had that coming downhill at Vegas, or if we would have had that coming downhill at teams. At Vegas. I mean, when I say we, if we would have had that coming downhill at teams all season, or she's just been anywhere else in the league. Like I missed Kennedy Carter in WNBA basketball this season. I ain't gonna hold y'all up. Like I miss Ken, but I also don't know if we'll ever see Ken play again in the WNBA, and I hate that. But what's your thoughts, Dan? That's my thoughts. That's really my real thoughts on Ken. If I had a squad, Ken would be on. Coach, your thoughts on Kennedy Carter before we look at this here roster right here.
Yeah, Kenny Carter to me is a great as a basketball player, a great basketball mind on the court. Uh, just skills that you can't teach. When I watch Kennedy. I enjoy Kennedy's energy. I enjoy Kennedy's raw passion, and it's a treat that's missing from WNBA. And I feel that I would say in a basic terms, I don't want to go left here. I feel like it's too much double standard when you see a player like that has passion. I feel they try to double standard them or something or a motive and give them and provide them with a jacket they don't deserve. But overall, great basketball player, a skill coming into the prime of career and needs to be seen in America on American court in a WNBA or in a professional court. It needs to be seen because Kennedy Carter can be a rare talent that you miss. If you know, and with Kennedy Carter, people got to stop majoring in the minors with Kennedy Carter and appreciate the talents you have. Kennedy
I mean,
Carter,
listen,
who Kennedy
hey,
Carter is.
she got a brand of basketball that helps grow the game. She has a brand of basketball that helps grow the game. I ain't gonna hug you up. I'm glad you brought her up. I'm glad you brought her up. I can't. We got a chance to do the breakdown. Hey, Michelle, aka 85 Fly, what's up, fam? I appreciate you pulling up. Hey, y'all, hit the like in the share. Hit the like in the share. They both right there. The like in the share. They both right there. Uh, I missed the time when Kennedy's kind of ball was being done. Yeah, coming off injury, you want to see Nikki Mule get a fresh opportunity. Not in Seattle, huh? So the thing about Seattle and Nikki Mule and the visa is I don't know, is that just transferable amongst any WNBA team? But she have to go back to another visa type situation. I don't want any more visa situations for that kid. Once she's healthy, let's play basketball. I think she got a 3-and-D game that fits on a roster. Whether that's the Valks, the Aces, Phoenix, Atlanta. You know that would be my thought on Nika Mule. But I can see her on the expansion team. Like this here too. Toronto might be good for her. Nice fresh start. Kia Stokes. Yeah, gives them some height. Kayla Thornton, and they say Liberty there, but of course she's at the Valks. I don't know that she could really get there. Again, she's one of those ones where I don't think they would really let her go. But maybe a repair could end up there.
You said Robert?
Oh, Ileana.
Yeah, I like Ileana. I like that game too.
And this was a roster now with uh building around Cody McMahon for this team. Jasmine Thomas, Johannes, Kelsey Mitchell is a free agent. I think we all think pretty much stays in Indiana. But if she was to leave Indiana, wouldn't it be best for her to go to like just a brand new organization and not try to go fit in somewhere else? Just go have her own team for a while.
Yeah, it will be a breath of fresh air. Kelsey Mitchell been waiting to excel, right? Pun intended. I think that would be awesome. I don't think Indiana wants to let it go because Kelsey Mitchell brings a lot of quality,
Mm-hmm.
brings a lot of attention. It may not have given Kelsey Mitchell the flowers he deserved or publicly, but Kelsey Mitchell's integral part is very important part to Indiana, even their brand and even their market. Let's
Mm-hmm.
not let's really be honest. Kelsey Mitchell is an important part to the Indiana Fever brand, regardless of any
Oh,
other
absolutely.
narratives that have been pushed. So yeah, but
She
we
almost like the
pretending.
secret sauce.
Yeah, secret sauce. But we're pretending today, right? So in pretend land,
Yeah. We just pretending. This is
in
just
pretend land, like we used to. I didn't when I was growing up. We didn't say pretend. We said tend. Like let's tend like. So in
oh,
pretend land, make believe. Yeah, we
we
didn't.
over here in fantasy land.
Yeah, fantasy land, boss. Be playing. So yes, I think that would be a great move in this basketball metaverse here. It will be a great move for Kelsey Mitchell to get a fresh start in some of the, I think, the undeserving pressures that Kelsey Mitchell might get because at Indiana did on the. So yeah,
Okay, got you. Thank you, Michelle. Uh, you think Kia Nurse goes to Toronto? Maybe Kia Nurse goes to Toronto. I hope that players like Letitia and me here, if they're not signed someplace that they are given the chance to play in Toronto, in Canada. For their kind of like the home squad, allowed to at least go home and hoop. Like somebody pick them up. Letitia and me here is a hooper in this, in this league. If they're so interested, you know what I mean. If they so interested and they don't have some, they're not locked in somewhere else. Yeah, go ahead.
Um, yeah, that's. I think the interesting mix there. You got Olivia, Sadana, Rebecca Allen. Rebecca Allen still got some juice. They still got some juice in the tank there.
Mm-hmm.
So just looking at that, I think is a well balanced roster to me. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll have some this team will give people some problems if they had a if this actually came to you say if pretend land this actually happened, this team will give people problems night in and night out.
They would definitely
Um,
be competing. They would definitely be
yeah,
competing. The Jordan Canada Kelsey Mitchell backcourt, uh, could potentially be problems. The way Jordan can get downhill, and Kelsey can shoot the ball and just go and score off the bounce. So, um, yeah, I mean, could be fun. Could be fun. Kia High Life in the building. Was good. Was good. Was good. Uh, that's other questions for you. I'm sorry about this. We know Jasmine Thomas is retired, but how valuable would it be to have like a Marine Johannes as a steady veteran guard off the bench on one of these expansion teams?
I think
What
it'd
can
be
she
very.
what kind of, and I mean, I'm sorry, I wanted to quantify that with I want to know like what type of what would her impact look like, and how could it be different on a team like this versus what we saw in New York, if you follow.
And well, one when you're put in a situation like this, you show more of what you can do, right? Versus where you're at a location where they only want you to do a certain amount of things or a certain thing. And so when you take a player like a Johannes, you get to see more like, oh, I didn't know they could do that. Well, they could. They were only asked to do A, B, not A, B, C, and D. You get what I'm saying? So you really get to see all the other things they have been working on and what they're naturally good at in their game as well. But having a veteran, what it does is teaches a younger player how to read the game, how to react to what's going on in the court. Also, off the court, carry yourself. How to carry yourself on and off the court, dealing with situations, not just on court play, but also it's very important for having any upstanding veteran. Yeah, I don't, I'm not saying because you're a veteran, all veterans are good. Here's the thing: all veterans are not good mentors. Let's get that straight, right? But there's some mentors that know how to pass on or leave their mark in a positive way and guide the younger players in a way that leads to longevity, right? And so I do think Johannes will have that to lead. And so the on court stuff is teaching you how to read the game, read and react to situations, on offense as well as how to move and where to be on defense. And again, there's also all the locker room decorum. Longevity is not just what you do on the court, but it's also how you carry yourself throughout the whole league, and what they know you and how they know your reputation on and off the court. So that's what veterans have the potential to leave behind to up and coming uh, players, stars that want longevity. And the thing is, I'm not trying to go to my box, but the thing is, honestly, I don't think we say it easy, but to get longevity in a sport, any type of professional sport, it takes work, and it's not just working on your game; it's your all around, all parts, the business part of the game, the production on the court, and whatever else comes your way. So We got more hot seat or
No. No, I was trying to pull up. I was refreshing my page so I could get back to my questions.
okay.
My bad. And then I was gonna say, I don't know what you on, but 1, 2, 3, go. I want to stay with the roster that has Cody McMahon. You know, the Cody McMahon built around roster for Toronto
Okay.
with Jordan and Kelsey, right? Coffee, Odota. So it would be like a Canada, Mitchell, McMahon, Coffee, Nelson Odota starting five was projected in that depth chart roster.
Right.
Has has Cody shown you enough for you to be confident that she can step in and handle that the spotlight as a starter right away? Or and if not, what does she need to show you at Ole Miss for you to be confident in that?
No, she's shown enough. I feel that she was a little bit of disservice just because of the coaching style at Ohio State, and I think this will be uh, the polishing up that she needs for being with Coach Yo on that different level. So I'm glad to see kind of finishing her college career there. Yeah, I think she's ready. She's definitely NBA body ready, competitor. You can't teach win now mentality, and that's what Cody McMahon has. And Cody McMahon has the skill level to go with the mentality. So so there are some players coming in, whether you know they're young, you will live with their mistakes for them to get better. You know they're going to get better at accelerated rate because of the type of talent they have and the type of desire they have to go compete and to be great. So yeah, I would take some early losses with playing Cody McMahon early
Mm-hmm.
and looking at the bigger picture. That's just me as a coach. I'm okay with that.
Okay. Does this roster feel like it's leaning more toward the veteran reliability or young upside?
Um, each season changes. So if you try to compete now, then you want the veteran reliability to teach
No, no,
the
no, no,
young
no. I'm sorry, coach. I mean this the roster that I have up. How do you feel? Is that leaning more towards veteran, young? Do you think it's well balanced?
no,
So it's Jordan. Go ahead.
that's a mixture. That's what you call mid level. That's a mid tier when I look at that.
Mhm. Okay.
'Cause, what I mean, you don't see like, oh, they're almost you don't see, oh, they're ready to switch careers. I don't see that. You
Hmm.
see, hey, players want to what I see is players want to compete for something, and they're veteran players, and then we have our tweeners. They have, they're not young, they're not seasoned, but they have enough experience and enough energy to get up. I mean, to move quickly up and down the court. So to me, that's how I call it a uh, well balanced roster because you have, what would you say, all the perspectives of the games represented, if that makes sense.
Hmm. Oh, 1, 2, 3, go. Yep. So, key highlight too. Check out the chat. Um, if you're coaching this depth chart, what's the identity? Do you think does this look like a defense first, a pace and space, or a just outscoring everybody type of roster?
With this, I think you could actually, depending on the combination, you could go with what I'm looking at. I could go with a little bit of both pace and space and defense first, depending who you playing against and what you need most of. But definitely, I think to compete, you have 40 something games. Uh, you want to go space and pace,
Hmm.
especially and control the tempo. And let's go back to Golden State, Nakazi. What did they do well? When they
Hmm.
were in the game, they controlled the tempo of the game, or they took away their opponent's what they're used to playing at. Right?
Hmm.
You make the game ugly and pretty. Look, you make the game ugly. Pretty things can happen for you. Right? That's just what you want to try to do. So
Okay. So I don't know if you remember it, but we had that one roster that had Vandersloot on there, even though we know Vandersloot may not uh be
even
there.
play. Right, right, right.
Right. Um let me see. Where did that go?
Was that with the Olivia Miles? No, that was a fire one. Okay, with Latson. Okay, okay, got you.
So yeah, this one with Latson. And so what I want to know here, does Latson, is she ready to be? that young star centerpiece right away at shooting guard, um, regardless of who the point guard is with her, or does that matter?
You have a scoring mentality, regardless. She'll be ready. It may be you may have to get your welcome to the WNBA, but I'm not. I'm gonna let that loose too, and let her grow up faster and learn by play. You play her like that, you don't want them to get disengaged. So I'm not going to go with traditional. And it's a rare talent. So you let a Tanai Lats loose and you let them learn by their play. That's what you do. You let them learn by the play. That's too much offense on the bench. I don't care, rookie or no rookie. That's just too much offense on the bench for me not to let that develop before my eyes. Some of these coaches got to get off these old school way of development. Like them sitting on the bench is not getting them where you need them to be. Hello, you know what I mean? Hello, somebody.
Okay, so I like the idea of Latson getting out there. So there's no Vandersloot. Do you like her with a Walker Kimbrough, Tiffany Mitchell, or would you look for a different point guard there?
I think Walker Kimbrough will be fine with that. And if there's no Courtney Vandersloot, you need to find a pass first oriented point guard. But I think, but say there's no Vandersloot and you need to lean into Walker Kimbrough, I think uh, that would work for you. Well, not for you, for the Fire. And also, I got to give credit to Shea Petty. Shea Petty was looking good um, in the season. This end of the season when Shea Petty got some opportunities. So I was excited for Shea Petty actually.
And how do you like healthy Matt Kiki as the starting forward?
Who can? I think that will be a battle between her and maybe Matt Burrell if this was the actual thing that happened, Burrell. But I would prefer Mad Kiki because you can't. It's Mad Kiki for a reason. You can't teach that. That's an earned nickname for a reason. You know,
Hey, can't teach it.
you can't teach that. So yeah, I would prefer a Mad Kiki out there setting the tone and the tempo. You know, the rough and this that tenacity, that rough and tough that brings to that position. So definitely a healthy Kiki. I probably would prefer that. If
Interesting. Interesting. Okay, coach. Great conversation. If you were building around one player on this roster, would it be like Latson's upside? Would it be like a leadership player? I was gonna say Vandersloot, but we know she's out. Or like a McBeggar in her size, a McBegor in her size.
I got to go with the future. So for me, it's sometimes it's like what they call a calculated risk. But
Mm-hmm.
I will go with Latson.
Okay.
You know,
How high do you? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, I was saying because the young players today, if you don't engage them, you're gonna lose them. That's all I was gonna say.
Okay. How high of a ceiling do you see a combo like Howard and McBegor in that front court? What kind of ceiling do you see in the league as it's currently constructed with those two?
If well, here's the thing, if Howard commits to having a more consistent 12 to 15 footer jump shot, then and Ezzy and that tandem can not I don't think wreak havoc, but can cause problems, can make it uncomfortable. You know, and, and then and Ezzy has, to me Ezzy has upside, just doesn't get enough space and time or opportunity to show how Ezzy really can play. So I think if you put Ezzy in a Portland Fire situation, you'd be like, oh, Who we didn't know Anthony could play like that. Like, yeah, it's called clock for a reason. Give him some clock. That's what's happening.
All right, I like it. All right, coach, you ready for your 5 minute coach's corner?
I am. I am.
All right.
Chat fam. It is Thankful Thursday, and we want to talk about the word pre. Today, as women's college hoops is coming upon us, there's a pre. When you think of the word pre, you may think prep, or something that becomes before the actual official thing. And so, in that, we talk about preseason. Preseason, as we may know, as in exhibition games. And in preseason, one thing more is to think about, it's not to see how great or good you're going to be. It's to see what a team needs to work on offense. It's to see if we even close to what we want to do defensively, because now we have real time opponents in this exhibition game. Preseason is not to post or campaign for what you think your net ranking should be. It's all about the skills and the talents that you have this season, looking, observing, and evaluating, and being honest with ourselves. Where are we at right now before regular season starts? Preseason is about getting some of those freshmen some play that and down further down the schedule, it may be challenging to get them into opportunities that will be successful. Preseason is about working on those baseline, out of bounds plays when we have situations in the games. Preseason is about working on those sideline, out of bounds plays. Preseason is about working with situations at the end of the first half or the end of the second quarter to see how certain players respond to situations, whether you're up by 8 or down by 8. How do you respond? Do you keep your composure? Or you stay composed? Preseason is about seeing who can handle what, who can handle the press. All right, who can who can handle the press and who can break the press on your team. What what combination of plays you need when there is a press? Preseason is about a test of character. Before the regular season starts, preseason reveals character in the sense of you never know who you're going to play, even though you think you're going to overcome your opponent. Because some teams for exhibition is like, oh, you're going to walk right through them, but it still is a test of your character, how you went about the game, how you go about the game. Do you have good sports like conduct? Are you respectful to yourself and respectful to your teammates and respectful to your opponent in a sense of not being a poor sport, even when you're winning or losing. So preseason does not really give you a sign whether they're going to win or lose, or whether they're going to win a lot of games or lose a lot of games. It's a sign about what you have to work on and where you would like to go. So in that the pre is the before, and what you're hoping that you have after. So preseason, it's just a trailer. It's just a preview that what could be, what we would like it to be, and where we hope to be come in March. So next time, my friends, keep hooping. This has been Coach's Corner.
All right, coach, as we get ready to roll into the preseason, hold on, key highlight. I tagged you in the message. Please check that out. As we get ready to move into the preseason for women's college basketball, and we get what, like, is it like 16? I call preseason. I call non-conference preseason. So y'all don't. So we understand. So don't
Right,
get it.
right.
Don't. We don't got a preseason. Don't. Okay, don't do all that. Okay, y'all. Non-conference for me is preseason,
Yeah,
so that we don't have to go back and forth about cupcake schedule. That none of that don't count anyway, for real. Kind of, but it does in the overall scheme of things and how the net actually breaks down who gets ranked what is very important. But for what I feel like coaches are doing, I just call it the preseason. So
Where
let's not okay. So it's
no,
about
we
16
got you.
games. Yeah, 16 games, I think. What are you focused on in the first quarter of that preseason non-conference schedule, if you will?
In that preseason non-conference schedule, what I'm focusing on is um, can we follow the scouting report? How do we come out with a sense of urgency on defense? Are we taking care of the ball, cleaning up, not being sloppy with the ball? And is there what they call a continuity? Is there a flow to our offense? Do we look comfortable in the offense that we're running? And if not, then you can make adjustments. So just don't keep trying to run something because you like it. If it doesn't, if you don't have a natural flow to it, so those are things in the first quarter I'm looking at because you can make adjustments very easily and not kind of run into, not kind of hit a stumbling block there if you kind of pay attention to those details in the first quarter. Does somebody need to be moved to a different position in that game? Things like that. Just moving your players around based on the opponent that you're playing. So those are things you look at. The first quarter is just the defensive energy, and one if your offense has a flow, and then the level of execution. Are they taking care of the ball at a high quality? Uh,
Okay, wait. Let me back up because it was that like the first quarter of the game. That's what
yeah,
you're looking
I
at.
saw the stuff I look at in the first quarter.
Okay,
If you
so I'm sorry, I didn't mean the first quarter of the game.
okay,
I mean with the development of the team in the first four games of that non-conference schedule. So I'm saying the 16 games, and I'm saying the first four. I'm calling that like that first quarter of
okay,
the
excuse me. Okay, I
non-conference.
apologize. I
So
misunderstood.
no. I may not have been clear enough. So that's what I'm saying. I wanted to know. I get that. That was great information too. But like, what is it? What is it? What are those things that you focused on and want to make sure you got locked in those first four games as you continue to grow towards move towards conference play?
One is minimizing your turnovers. You're going to expect some out of trying to make a basketball play, so you keep it keeping your turnovers to under at 10 or under 10 per game. Um,
Mm-hmm.
are we controlling the defensive boards? Are we dictating that? Are we leading the rebounds on the defensive boards? And then how many second chance points are we getting? Right. So are we attacking? Are we attacking the rim after a shot is put up? Are we being aggressive? And so those are things to look. And then I'm still going to say, you know, how many points are we giving up per quarter? Because it's four quarters, right? When it's basketball, so you want to look at that and you want to set a goal of what a realistic goal of what where we need to keep our opponents at per quarter. So just kind of set that. So those are things you look at that first four, because you want to set that standard and you want to set that habit before you go into conference play, right? You can't just say, "Hey, we want to make this a habit." And you weren't making it during your non-conference games, right? During your preseason games. So anything that you want to make a habit, make it in those first 12, 16 games. You know what I'm saying? Make it a habit before you get to conference play. Did that an- did that answer the question right
Oh yeah.
there?
So what I wanted to know too. I'm sorry. Uh, in the last four games leading into conference, what are you focused on?
I'm looking at where our condition is at, endurance for what we know we have to face. I'm looking at uh, shooting shooting spaces and places, where people's strengths are for shooting, because it's going to get tighter, right? So now we got to
Mm-hmm.
know. It doesn't matter whether you're home or away. Now you got to know where people's comfort spots are in offense, and got to be able to run offense when a certain player has a high hand. Run offense to get them in what we call it in their comfort spot. Some people say their sweet spot. I'll just say comfort zone or whatever. So you take notes of those different things where some
Okay.
people are comfortable making shot, where they prone that lean towards in their offensive skill. Um, so if you ever
Mm-hmm.
have to draw up a play for them,
Mhm.
what side of the court to get them to, or you know what part of the court to get them to in offense, right? Then defensively, again, I can't stress enough. You have to look at your roster combination of who does what. Do you have a
Mhm.
quick defensive roster out there where you can stretch the floor out and do a full court, or is this a half court defensive roster combination? So just paying attention to those details before you go into
Gotcha.
conference play.
Gotcha. Okay, coach, are you prepared with scorers tonight?
No, I'm not.
Okay, I'm gonna put a link. I'm gonna put a link in the private chat. See if you can pull that up. You can get a scorer. So today, y'all. Today, I don't know if anybody. So let me say this. Let me ask this. Put a 3 in the chat if you actually watched Alabama Florida State today. If you watched Alabama Florida State this afternoon. Um,
I forgot they played today. Like I remember she said it, and then I forgot that fast. Look, that's what you was supposed to text. Look, you supposed to text me, Auntie. No,
but my day was so crazy today. Okay, I'm not seeing no numbers come back in the chat, so I don't think a lot of people watched the game. Okay, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Coach will give the scorers in a little bit, but I actually watched the game. We watched the game. I'll say Florida State. Uh, in the beginning of the game, tried to stay close. They tried to stay close early. It got away from them very quickly. It got away from them. It got away from them real quick. But they do have a player that looks like she tries to attack and get downhill, like Tanaya Latson. They do seem like they have a player that's gonna be like their, like try to play a little bit like Timpson. We'll see how that works out for them. It wasn't so successful in against the SEC. It wasn't so successful against the SEC. I will say that my favorite part of the game was I saw this cool ass Nike Asia Ja commercial that was like a Ja, you know what I'm saying?
uh
And they had Asia and Ja in the commercial. Shit's fire. What I did enjoy about and I forget the name of the bowl that we was watching, the scrimmage, the people that were hosting it, but every commercial was like was some kind of Asia commercial. It was some kind of Asia commercial. It was just great. It was a really enjoyable production. I mean, really, from beginning to end. Uh, and I say that probably because I enjoyed all of the commercials. Every commercial had something to do with Asia, pretty much. Y'all correct me in the chat if I'm wrong. Those got to watch with us. But Alabama, they ended up beating them 91-71. So they ended up beating Florida State by 20. So it wasn't that. What I found interesting about Alabama was that they look better than I expected. They look better than I expected. Um, Number 23, Jessica Timmons. Anybody hip to Jessica Timmons? Anybody can tell me something about Jessica Timmons? Because I like what she was trying to do. I see what she was trying to do. Was one of the scoring leaders for them. Of course, Essence is back. Yeah, I did see the commercials on socials. Hey, commercials, fire, fire. Who Asia and Ja together? Two of my favorites. Woo! Stop. Um, Coach, I'm not saying that Alabama is, going to be top 5 in the SEC, but I am saying that they looked better than I expected against Florida State.
yeah, I mean, Essence Cody is back, and that's an important part of the offense. You got also it looks like their big three or four will be Essence Cody, Jessica Timmons, and between Carly Weathers and Ace Austin. And then you have some others coming in chipping it. Moment. So I think they have some underrated or we say overlooked talent just because of the depth of the SEC. Really, that's just a compliment to how good the conference is.
Hmm.
So and you have a 13-year going. This would be Coach Curry's 14th season. So she will.
Listen,
Re-
she know
so
what she want.
yeah, she knows what she wants. She knows what to do with the skills that comes to her program, and that's what makes a difference. And then and the Coach Curry's had some success. I'm not a Coach Curry fan, but I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. She knows how to get some successful results out of players coming there, and so hats to her. Is it fun? Hats off to what she's doing now in Alabama as far as them pushing along women's sports and is getting more um, support and acknowledgement. So I think that's important too, right?
Hmm.
Do I still think that's from the influence of Big Drip? Oh yeah, of course. But well, at least you have a cultural change going on down there for women's basketball. That's what I see. I just don't see it for Roll Tide women's basketball. I see
Hmm.
it just an effect of that ripple effect of women's basketball and the impact it has. So yeah, I just think if you take the team and you put it in a different conference, you probably see a little bit more success. It's just the depth, just the loaded depth of all talent in the SEC that you have. So we'll see. I I think you can possibly see him in the middle of the pack. But you remember, a ninth seed in the SEC last year went to the Sweet 16, right? So that tell you how tough the conference is, right?
Absolutely. And I mean, excuse me. I hope that y'all can go back and check out the game if you want to. Hold on. Let me get it 1 second. Okay. But if you can't, I'll give these are some of the stats and things I can share about the game real quickly in a little snapshot. Uh Florida State's biggest lead was 8, and it was in the first quarter at 8-14. Uh Alabama's biggest lead, excuse me, was 24, and it came at 8:41 left in the fourth. Best scoring run, FSU had a 9-0 scoring run, I think, in the fourth with 5:20. Alabama also nine. Their best scoring run was 9 points too, with in the first quarter. It was only three lead changes. It was only tied twice. FSU had the lead for about 3 minutes. Alabama led the game for about 35 minutes. FSU's bench scored 17. Alabama's bench had 36. 13 fast breaks, 18 second chance, 36 paint points. So they did a lot of work in the paint. But what I thought was interesting about Alabama was Florida State only turned the ball over 11 times. Alabama
Wow.
scored. Alabama turned the ball over 21 times and still won by 20 points. What does that say, Coach?
I would just say you have resilience and they were better. They were the better team in the second
Okay.
half. I
Okay.
mean, they just the better team in the second half of the game. I mean, that's when you win the game. You win the game. Here's the thing: in college,
Well, I'll
eh,
say this too. I'm sorry. Let me say this too, because that I may have not given you enough information to make an assessment. Because actually, they lost the second half, but they lost the second half by 3 points. Right, so they let the game get away from them early. They played Alabama much tougher in the second half of the game. So I wanted to make sure I say that too before if that in case that changes your assessment.
well, it says so. Yeah, you're right. You're correct. So he said 22-13 in the first quarter, right? 20 to
Yep,
12, right?
yep,
And then one
yep.
point, right? 1 point lead, right? So
Mhm.
the thing is the turnovers, but we got to look at what the conversion. They didn't converge into points, enough points to win to to close that 20-point gap. So you had 21 turnovers, but you did. So what is we got to look at the percentage of converting turnovers into points, and so
Mhm.
that means University of Alabama got back on transition defense, right?
Yeah,
So that so that's I still say
yeah,
they were a better team in the second half. If you can have turnovers, that means you're hustling back on defense, so those turnovers are not becoming points against you, and you get back.
got you. And
Uh,
I don't know if maybe they didn't convert turnovers in the first half, and they converted turnovers in the second half, and they kept the game closer. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Could have been like that. I would have to really go back and look. Question in the
okay.
chat is: does Alabama have size? Y'all know I love to call. Hey, this is one of my favorite things to call up. Listen, 5'7", 5'11", 6', 5'9", 6'1", 6', 6'3", 5'9", 6'4", 5'11", 5'8", 6'3", 6'3", 6'4", 6 foot. That's what they got.
It's
So,
some height, some little something, something, little something, something.
and then some of that, and I want to say too, like 6'3", 6'4". One of those is a freshman. One of those is a redshirt sophomore. Uh, the SS Cody, of course, is 6'4". Then you got another freshman that's 6'3". So a lot of their height is new. It's a lot of new height on the team. You know what I mean?
Okay, that doo doo.
Yeah, Florida State started the game 8-0. They did, MJ. That's correct. Hey, B, what's good? What's to us, fam? Now, compared to, I wanted to make sure that I gave y'all what they was up against as far as height out there. So, go ahead, coach.
Yeah, no, MJ's bringing up Florida State's 8-0. Again, I think we're underestimating the talent level that Alabama had and rose to the occasion. And what a like you don't have a Timpson in Florida State anymore. You don't have a Latson, and they're not
No,
coming back.
no,
And so
they're
now
not.
you have
They're
to
not.
redesign. Now you have to redesign what you have, move forward from that. And so
So
that just
here's
shows
what
how
moving
important
forward
it is.
look like.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
moving
coach.
forward. Yeah, okay, I'm listening.
So this the other height 6'2", 5'8", 6', 5'8", 6', 6'1", 6'3", 5'9", 6'6", 6'6". I'm sorry, 6'6" and then 6'3". Yeah, that's 6'3", 6'6", 5'9", 6'3", 6'1", 6', 5'8", 5'8", 6'2". I mean, not an overwhelming amount of height. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Key, big wrench in the building. What's happening? So
right.
on either team, I'm not saying that. Oh man, they just man, yeah. I'm not saying it. I didn't see that.
Nah, nah, I, I mean, it's how you use the height, or if height is used to your team's advantage, right? At the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
really, if you're allowing the height to work for your team's advantage, that's what it comes down to. And it seems like really, if you go back and look, the first half is almost very well matched up. It got away from them in the second quarter for FSU a little bit. Uh,
Okay,
so,
okay. Y'all hit the like and the share. They both right there for us, please.
so you know, hey, Key. Said in my high voice. I don't even say, "Hey, Key." It just came out.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
said
even
that like
know.
you looked up. You said that like you looked up from the TV and you didn't know Key was here. Hey, Key, wait, when you get here? What?
I don't even.
Hey, Key, what? When Key get here? Ain't nobody told me Key was here.
Right, right. Go
That's how you.
pass key and drink. You know. Oh, that's up there.
Hey, Key. So funny, bro. So funny. So funny.
You know, can you look? You hungry? Look, you hungry? Oh,
Hey, Key. Key,
yeah,
you all right? When you get here? You drove in? How was the traffic? Everything was okay? All right. It was all right. It was a good ride. All right. All right. Man, you are hilarious, bro.
go and get you a plate, kid. Go and get you a plate. You know.
Coach jumped up. No, not you gonna get a play. Coach jumped up like, let me warm you up something. You ain't you hungry?
Yeah,
He jumped up straight out the lazy boy. Let me what
right.
y'all need? You get let me hold on. You let me get y'all. Y'all want something to drink or something? Y'all been on the road. Let me see. Come on. Hold on. Come on. Yeah, sit down right here. Sit down. Yeah, go on. Go on. No, don't worry about that. Move that over. Move that over. Yeah.
That's just a
Move
sports
that out the
section.
way.
The sports section.
That's how he came. That's how coach. That's how he said Key. Like he got up and made a plate. Say, oh, hold on. It was a good ride. Mm-hmm.
Right, right. All right.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
No
Y'all
trouble.
going to watch it. Y'all going to watch little TV or something. I'm gonna get the room ready in the back. Hold on. I'm gonna get
Yeah, we do. Right.
Let me get the room. I'm gonna get the room. Let me get the room ready for y'all. Let me get the blankets and stuff. Hold on, because I know y'all want to stretch out. Y'all been driving. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. I was just watching a little TV. Hold on. Yeah, I dozed off waiting on y'all. Wait a minute. Hold
Now
on.
you know coach should doze off now. I'm a doze off. So
Hey,
that's true.
yeah. Just dozed off waiting on y'all. Hold on. Yeah, I'm glad because it was raining. I was staying up.
That was right.
Yeah, I know, Coach Silly. Just go. Yay, King. Oh, King. Hey, King. Y'all made it on in, huh? Y'all made it on in. Hold on. Hold on. No, y'all had eight. Okay, that's okay. Guy left a cake. Yeah, it's a piece of pie in there for y'all. Yeah, a little something. Uh huh. Uh huh. Mm, 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 mm. It's in the microwave. Yeah, got a little napkin on it. Little napkin on it. Yeah.
Right.
Uh huh. Got a little napkin on it. Yeah. Yeah.
Napkin, napkin, napkin.
Little napkin.
Want some ice cream on it? Want some ice cream?
It's in there on the cake plate. It's in there on the cake plate. Lift up the dish. You see it? Yeah. In the
On the cake
Tupperware.
plate.
it's in. It's in. It's in the Tupperware. It's in the Tupperware. Yeah. Just open it up. Yeah. No. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. I watched that in the morning. I watched that in the morning. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Heat you up a little coffee or something. Yeah, sit down. Why was the trip? I was, yeah. Y'all came in on 96? Yeah, 96 having a lot of traffic, man. Yeah.
They did the construction at the mile marker.
But listen. All of that came from hey Key. But
Oh.
all of that came from hey Key. All of that. Here go a little napkin. Everything.
Yeah.
Hold on. Mm-hmm.
All that
Mm-hmm.
came from hey, Key.
All that came from hey Key. Mm-hmm. Coach, go ahead. Go ahead and do the scorer words. I'm gonna go back here and get the room ready for him and everything. Go ahead, get the scorer words together.
Get the room right. Make sure they blankets right. See, we're gonna go with score reverse from today's game. It is your exhibition game. Alabama women roll tide, Crimson Tide there. They had 91, Florida State Seminoles 71 for your Thursday women's college basketball scorers of this exhibition game. Here we go. Florida State 71. Let's go over to Florida State. Pania Davis had 14 and one rebound shy of a double double. Jasmine Shavers had 10 points, and Sydney Bowles had 21 points. I think that is the daughter of the Bowles that played football for me, but don't hold me to that. That is your scorers. Florida State over to Alabama with the win on today. Evans Cody 16. We got Carly Weathers with 11. Jessica Timmons filling it with 16, filling it up with 16. And Ace Austin with 10 points. This is your scorers for Alabama Roll Tide. And this game brought to you by Wanda's Weeks, Wonders, No Bust Downs. Give me a little bit of wings. Mondo's Wontons. Hold the olives. Regular season coming. Women's college basketball. Back to you, Auntie. Hey, you got man, you got a piece of the pumpkin pie. Oh my goodness, man! Oh man, and they love it. Shame on the picker that tried to run game on the picker. I'll shackle yo up. You shackling him, man. Say love. Oh, so mama got some fried chicken. So man, mama, mama got some fried chicken. What you want the leg or the thigh, baby? Some some mac and cheese, some collards, right? Not collard greens, and some cabbage and right, cabbage and gravy, red Kool-Aid, baby. Sweet potato pie. Slow down, baby. Just slow down. Sweet potato pie. Go on, go on, get you some. Go ahead. You want me to warm it up? You want me warming up the hot box they call the microwave? Look, the hot box. You want me warming up, baby? Go push that one. Push the one and give you 1 minute. Not the red, it's a red Kool-Aid, but I like grape. I grew up with grape. In New Jersey, I grew up with grape.
Coach, you know, ain't nobody grandmama told nobody putting that in no microwave. Don't put that. Put it in the oven. Put that in the oven. Just warm the oven up. I'll get it out for you. Warm it
Put
up.
the
Just
whole
go ahead.
plate in the oven too.
Just
The
go ahead.
whole plate.
Yeah, the whole plate. You done pulled up, Coach. I made some pork chops and some cabbage in there and some rice and gravy. You know, it's just me here. There's plenty in there. Y'all hungry? Cause you know I warm it up. Just warm up the oven. Yeah, cut the oven on. That's all right. That's all right. Y'all sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Yeah, I warm it up for you. All right, let me get up. Let me get up. Mm-hmm.
I ain't even gonna hold you. I had a toaster oven when I was in college because I like some stuff warmed up in the toaster oven versus the microwave. I
See,
didn't go.
see what I'm saying? Yeah, that's all right. I'm gonna put it in the box. Push one. No, Coach, no, he cut his oven on. Reheat that. Reheat. Just it's right there in the refrigerator. You don't see it? It's on the second shelf. Look next to the butter plate. Yeah. Yeah, it's right there.
You
Mhm.
know, the butter plate.
Yeah. You don't see. Hold on, I'll be in there. Hold on. Yeah, I get it. That's right.
I better
Put
put
that
that
plate in
plate
the oven, bud. Yeah, funny as hell.
Oh man.
All of that from Hey Key. Hey Key.
And a little putting the pie in my air fryer. The Ghostface picker.
Mm.
Uh-huh. That's the sweet
Right there, yeah, in the aluminum foil. In the aluminum foil. Not that one. Not that one. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. That's that cornbread. I'm gonna eat that with my pinto beans tomorrow. Nuh-uh. Not that one.
You ain't lying. Some cornbread and some beans go spot. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Hey, wait. The other foil. Yeah, that one. That's it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Should be at least two. Should be at least two pork chops left in there.
Yeah.
Get your little cabbage too. Yeah. No, don't just. No, don't make no pork chop sandwich. Now make a whole plate. Now make you a plate with some cabbage in there. Look.
I'll make you the whole sandwich. Make you, you gonna mess it
I
up.
know how it go. I know how it go.
Make you a whole plate.
No, don't make no. No, I'm just gonna get a piece of bread and a pork chop. No, y'all just got off the road and everything. That's okay. I'll do it. I'm gonna come in there and do it. I'm gonna come. Don't even worry about it. Just come. No, come on out my kitchen. Come on out my kitchen. Come on out my kitchen. Just come on out my kitchen. I come on out my kitchen now. And you starting, you done just got here. Come on out my kitchen. Come on out my kitchen, Coleman. And then you done just got here. And I said it's a little sweet tea in there, a little mashed potatoes and gravy, some cabbage, pork chop. Yeah, come on out. Just come on out the kitchen, Coleman. Come on out the kitchen. Go on. Yeah, take your bags in the back. I just set the room up. Take your bags in the back.
They got them upset. They got.
Yeah. And he gonna got you thinking like that. You just got to my house. This your first time in my house. I don't act like that in my house. Coleman know that too. It's okay. It's okay, baby. Go on back there. Go back there. Mm-hmm. The bathroom straight back. The bathroom straight back. Your room, second door on the right. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get this. Yeah, y'all come on back out here. I'm gonna get these plates together. Coleman in here playing around. I don't know why he doing that. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna call your mom and let her know you're here. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Oh man.
Yeah. All right. Mm-hmm.
Hilarious.
He
Yes.
do that all the time. Oh, he do that all the time, carrying it on and stuff.
Karen.
Carrying it on. I don't know why you do that.
Oh man. No for
Dude.
no more.
What?
Oh,
Yeah, number 4. Mm-hmm.
oh, oh my goodness, man. I can't take it.
I do not know
Can't
if it's any basketball on at all tomorrow, but we on tomorrow.
we gonna talk about
We,
something.
we got hot takes. We 7 days from our first exhibition.
Right.
So we may have we may have a bet show tomorrow. So I don't know. We gonna have some fun. It's always a good time. So this is your favorite bedtime hoop show right here. If nothing else, we will laugh your ass to sleep. When you leave here, your sides is so tired you can't do nothing but lay your ass down. I ain't playing. We will laugh your ass to sleep. We do not know if anybody is streaming the exhibition. I keep asking if anybody gonna be in the building. They want to stream it back to my platform, please. I keep asking y'all. Help me help you. Who gonna be in the building? Let me know. 71 in the chat. Hit the like and the share. They both right there. Who buy me a Coca-Cola tonight and buy a Coach a Boobalay water and a
Thank you.
spring roll?
Oh,
Hit the
spring roll.
Cash App. What did you think about what Lay had to say in her interview? I didn't see Lay say nothing. I seen a very politically correct answer. They had a lot of I wanted to go to a school where I could steal. Still play for a championship, still play for a good coach, still grow. At this point, I'm over the talking. Let's roll the ball off February 14th to see what everybody doing.
That's what it comes down to at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. Key said, mm-hmm. Guess what Key said? He said, mm-hmm, Key, mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Oh man. Oh,
Hockey. I didn't play no hockeys. Hey man, I missed my 25 legger by one leg. If Pittsburgh wins tonight, I hit the 25 legger, MJ. If Pittsburgh wins tonight, I hit the 25 legger. The part that took you out was I wanted to be around people who believe in me. I was like, okay, Lay, who told you to say that?
that's That's nasty work right there.
Uh, I- that sounds like a statement from somebody with their arm folded up, like I'm mad.
Okay.
I'm mad. And I don't know what her experience has been. So maybe she is mad, right? But I also think that there comes a time where like you unfold your arms and there's just a look at yourself in the mirror, regardless of what else happened, right? Because there's some responsibility of other people, right, in the situation where you just have to hold yourself personally accountable and own what happened in that situation. These are two strong-headed females, two Taurus females, uh, who I think may have had some people in the middle of them being able to build the very best relationship that they could have built. And I hate that for the situation. But nasty work because it comes off as if you were someplace where people didn't care about you. And I don't know how to take that because you spent 2 years telling me about how much you loved there and how much you were a family. And so I don't know if I take that now with a grain of salt or this now with a grain of salt. I don't know which one to balance. I don't know which one to take as the actual true situation. I mean, yeah, you smiled, cried, wanted chip, did a lot. And I saw a comment too where somebody was like, they took notes on all of the Gamecock fans that thought Lay was happy and didn't and wouldn't leave. Right? I was one of those fans. I thought Lay was happy at South Carolina. I didn't think that she would leave. Um, I hate that South Carolina ended that way. I didn't. No, I'm not even gonna say that I hate that it ended that way for her. It wasn't how I envisioned her time at South Carolina ending. It wasn't how I envisioned it. But guess what? Like Drip said, that was Lay's journey. So maybe she always was gonna leave after 2 years. I don't know. I didn't see it like that. But at this point, it's nothing else. It ain't nothing else to talk about now. Roll the ball out. Did nobody care about you? Okay, well, that that may sting a little bit back home, but it's okay. I understand too that you're a young person with your arms folded up right now, and I give space and grace for that. Because
Right.
I've been a young person with my arms folded up and my chest puffed out and
Uh-huh.
saying what I didn't want and what I wouldn't need, and I'm about to show you. And it was a quiet night when you had to call back and go, hey, you know what? Everything you said was right. I should have listened.
Right. Right.
If I, if I knew that, if I would have listened, where we would have been, where we could be now. But I also couldn't get to this point without going through everything that we went through for me to get to having to make this call. So if the love and the support was really real, then there's a conversation that we could have where I still want to see you go forward and be successful. And
That's
I can say, bring your knucklehead head ass on in here,
right.
even if it's not back to my team, but bring your knucklehead head ass on in here and let me continue to guide and support and mentor and love on you the way that I know you need to be so that you can be a successful as I know that you can be. That's it. But I'll tell you what bothered me even more was the fact that never mind. Never mind. I ain't going there. I ain't going.
Oh, you saying you'll go down there? Okay.
I mean, I just that if Lay is the addition that you all say she is, then you should have made sure that she sat at the desk. And I think that's what bothered me the most. Because then y'all brought her there and then treated her like she was the side piece, but she had the best resume everybody y'all had on the table as far as college. So when we wanted to talk about how we was gonna get to being a winner, why wasn't she at the table?
Because she's a winner.
Do you not value her? Do you not value her and what she really can bring to make you a winner? Because it's one thing for me to be like, yo, Lay, I'm gonna bring you into my program and I'm gonna show you these things. But I also think it behooves me
Yeah. That word. Here we go.
to
Ooh.
also pick your brain about what was your experience and what were you able to learn and what did off season and preseason and pregame and all of those things look like in this very successful program that you just went to 2 championships in a row as a freshman and a sophomore. What can I also learn from you?
That's right.
Will LSU fan base turn on her if they lose games when they flip on her in the social on socials? Um, probably a lot more than home would. But you also ain't gonna be home forever. There ain't no WNBA team at the career right now, homie. So you gonna have to learn that lesson. And I want her to go be great. And I don't know that when I say mending the relationship with Dawn and the call that I think she has to make to Dawn at some point doesn't mean about her spinning the block and coming back to South Carolina again, as much as it means realigning herself with the best mentor that she could have had and somebody who's been watching her grow and build towards this dream that she has since she was like, in the 6th, 7th grade, and somebody who could really have a great impact on the trajectory of where her career could go, based just on real life experience and how she's changing women's basketball right now. So, that's where I leave it as far as that. But Coach, what you got?
I mean, here's the thing. Um, I mean, in the time that we're in, it is business, a business world in basketball on the college level. And so, business decision. I mean, outside looking in, and what you share, you can see some dynamics you don't like or care for, or could got in the way of what you thought was a true organic relationship, what you think will benefit laid down the line. But at the end of the day, um, is done and moving around. I mean, my heart, I want the best is for Lay, but no, but also in my heart, I don't see that's the best. But for whatever reason, her management team and whatever thinks that that's the best of what she believes in. And you're and when they say your what
Mm,
your reception is your reality right now. Your
I'm
perspective
glad you
is
said.
your reality.
Let's say about reception. 1 second, Coach. I'm gonna jump right in here one thing because I thought about this as you were talking.
Okay.
Two things. Two things. One of the reasons that it's important, so important for me, for my legs and to repair that or strengthen. I don't know that it's broken. Strengthen what appears to be a weakened connection with Dawn right now. Because Kim's gonna be able to give a perspective. I'm not saying that Kim didn't, play at the highest level that she could play at for her era, but she didn't do it as a black woman, and
Uh-huh.
that's not a perspective that she can give back to Malaysia, and I think that's something that's important for Malaysia to be able to have and to understand what to expect and how to navigate and move in this type of space as a black woman with her skill set and her what could be her value, right? If she maximizes her potential. The other thing that I thought about is this right here, and I'm going to turn it back over to you. Is that I can't think of one Dawn Staley player that stuck with her, right, all the way through, that will walk
Uh,
across the aisle to give Kim Mulkey a hug and spend time with her. I've seen many players that play for Kim walk a mile to give Dawn a hug and spend some time with her, or go out of their way to say that they reached out to Dawn. Dawn help. Dawn texts me. Dawn talks to me, even though I wasn't in her program. That type of reach is just different. Um, Now I don't know that Kim has that, but if I'm wrong, y'all tell me. But like I've seen Angel talk about Dawn. I've seen BG walk across the whole the arena to make sure the big drip got a hug. I don't know about Dejanay. I've seen Flage, seek out the hug, the conversation to say that we better than that. We talk, we know each other. I don't see Gamecocks, former Gamecocks, saying the same about Moki. So I just think that also just says about how what Dawn's reach and appeal is, and what a culture mover she is. So, but go ahead, coach. Those I just want to throw those two things out. Those out there.
yeah, I was just expanding on that. There's the business move, and I've from my court vision, I don't see it as the best, but for whatever Lay and her management team, her business management team see is a move that needs to be made. But I have high concern from my vision for it because Lay is unique and she has a lot of has a high ceiling, but if it's not placed in the proper hands to guide, then I don't know. I'm very, on the inside, I'm very shaky. Even though I don't know Lay personally, I think maybe it's the former school teacher in me, where every child is your child because you want to send them back better and being trusted. And so um, there's a lot of question marks there, just because the track record of this program. And when I go back to that, it's not about whether I'm against a program or for a program. It's look at the track record that a program has and what they're known for and not known for to do. And that's where I have a concern when it comes to a very high talented player that needs more to just be poured into playing time on the court, but needs to be poured into about life on life terms, when life happens, and poured into with life skills and things of that, and encouraged and built up. So that's where I'm in with that. So it's some things is not just about how skilled they are on the court. It's about all the other things that they need to get done in life.
All right. Great point. Great points. Great points. Like I said, at this point, it's up to her. She's gonna get out of it what she puts into it. I think she's gonna get out of it what she puts into it. Let me see. We didn't trust Inlay enough to play her in two back-to-back championship games, including the undefeated championship season. And most outstanding player of the tournament, 6 women of the year. We trusted her enough to do all of those things. So that's why I said it was more like I got more arms folded on that. Fan base was so caught up. She should start, and they got her, and they were so happy. All they eggs in her basket. So when they lose game, what happens? When they flip. I don't think they flip right away.
Right.
I don't think they flip right away because the expectation is that you had a potential of having lay there for 2 seasons. So you don't want to flip too soon.
Flip, flip, flip.
And
No, you know,
well, and you don't want to flip too soon, especially not when you looking at it would be like the lay MK Dub team next year, plus whoever steps up in this next class, that they have here.
right.
But I mean, hey man, it's a great conversation, man. I appreciate y'all pulling up and rocking with us, man. Make sure you hit that like and the share. If you ain't hit it already, hit them. They both right there. If you have not hit the subscribe button on YouTube, Twitch, X, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Ring the notification bell. Do not miss the next drop. Coach, what you got before we get ready to get out of here?
And we appreciate you taking your time, not being a rush and talking women's hoops with us. Be great in your preparation. Become excellent in your performance. Always have that champion mentality. Change this world with one random act of kindness at a time. Be the change that you want to see because you know you can change anything you want when you put your mind to it. Get in your bag, expand your bag because I believe in you and I know you believe in you because you are the best. And guess what? And it's crazy. Wild world of shorts called Earth. Spread love. More love is what we need, and we can always use. Have you hugged your loved ones today? And when things get a little tough, when you try to reach your goals, tie a knot, hang on, keep on moving. Don't stop. You can do this. You got this. But most of all, you better believe you were made for this. Some more women's hoops exhibition games coming up sooner than later. Countdown, countdown, countdown.
For sure, on the countdown. Like I said, we appreciate y'all pulling up and rocking with us. Hot Takes Tomorrow, Raw the Man Media. I'm not sure about Cess Talk Bets with MJ Lover 23. We got to check on that. We got the CC show.
Come
I
on.
think me and
It's your
Political
lover
Lil got to make up
23.
live. And I think I got a Gamecocking show or a video. Something like that dropping tomorrow. So be on the lookout. Make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you come back and hit that hype button. Until next time, that's Coach Coleman. Cess Talk Sports. Love y'all to life. Stay tuned. Talk soon. We out.